What's up, YouTube? Prop Guy here again today. We're going to be looking at a really cool piece. I've been excited for this, hoping that it would be released ever since they first announced the Kylo Ren Black Series helmet all the way back in 2015. So this is something I've been really excited for, and personally I've always wanted a Darth Vader helmet since I was 7 and first saw A New Hope. I just had to have one. So I've waited, 21 years at this point, and it's been worth the wait though. It really has. So I'm really excited to crack this guy open. But first, let's look at the box. Really nice artwork here. Shot of Vader, Photoshop of the helmet. And he shows the three-piece design, sound effects, which we'll get to in a minute. He does take two AAA batteries, so those aren't included, so you have to pick up some of those. Cool shot from the side there. Nice shot on the back, showing you the inside of the helmet and some diagrams and everything. Another cool shot. Nothing on the bottom. Really fantastic shot on the top. So we're going to go ahead and crack this guy open and have a look. Alright, and here we have it. The Dark Lord of the Sith in all of his glory there. This is a really cool piece. I'm really happy. I'm really excited. I'm glad I have it. It's been a long wait, and I think they have saved their best for last, at least to this point. These helmets have gotten better with every single one, all the way from the Kylo Ren, which I thought was really good, but still had a lot of flaws to it, to stepping their game up to the Stormtrooper, which was just about perfect. Then I've seen the Poe. I don't own that one yet, unfortunately. It's the one hole in the collection so far. But that Poe one is really fantastic. But this, I think they have literally just blown all expectations on it. Now, that being said, there are some gripes with this helmet, and we will get to that later towards the end of the video, because it's a fairly good list, but I'm still really pumped about this thing. So it's all black. And it is 1-1, or as close to 1-1 as we're going to get. And that's one of the things that we'll have to talk about, is this is not really based off too much other than Hasbro's own sculpt. And kind of it's a mix between what you see in Return of the Jedi with the big open eyes and obviously the reveal of the helmet parts underneath, and the Revenge of the Sith all black look. And obviously Hasbro's own sculpt, because every Vader helmet for every single movie was completely different, especially in the first three, the original trilogy. They were all handmade back then, so they all had some sort of wonkiness. There was no symmetry. That would look a little odd for the casual fan who actually bought a helmet. And for Revenge of the Sith, they actually did go and make it symmetrical and everything. And this is symmetrical too. I think I'm okay with it. I really am. You have to realize your expectations on this. This is a budget collector helmet. It's not going to be as perfect and beautiful as, say, an EFX or a Novo, so you're not going to have that screen accuracy. But it looks like Vader, and it's close enough to looking like Vader that, it is Vader. So you can get by it if you can just overlook that and keep your expectations into that realm. So it's all black. It doesn't have the gunmetal or anything like that, two-tone that you see on the original trilogy props. It is a fingerprint magnet, I have to say. And that's one of my big gripes about this, is just looking on it, you're going to have to wipe it down. Really nice, good gloss shine that you see in, like, say, Revenge of the Sith or Empire or Return of the Jedi, but it is just a fingerprint magnet. The tusks down here are plastic. The nose piece here is just the plastic that's been painted. There is no metal on this other than the magnetic sections. And that is a disappointment. I was hoping at least the tusk tips to be metal, but they are plastic. Those are parts that will probably be upgraded if you so choose. But taking the dome off here, looking at underneath, another gripe with the dome is there's a really good injection mold point here, and obviously, they have to have them somewhere. It's really, really easy to detect. Looking inside, you can see the magnets and where it locks down onto the top part of the faceplate. The locking ring here, 4 of them there. The dome's also very, very thin. I wish it would have been a little bit thicker. Taking a look at the faceplates, you know, it looks like what you see in Return of the Jedi, with the little grids and all the wiring and circuitry and the big ring up top and everything. So it looks pretty accurate to that. The helmet also does come with this plastic stand, which is very useful because if you have the dome on, well, actually just sitting like here now, you can see it's kind of wobbly. But if you have the dome on, the dome's going to come back further off the neck piece, so it's going to kind of just sit awkward and not flush and how it's supposed to be. So the ring comes in handy. It's just plastic. It's kind of flimsy, but it does help for displaying it on a table. Taking a look on the inside a little bit there, you can see it lots and lots of detail. If we go ahead and pull the faceplate off, and you can hear some of our sound effects. Taking a look inside, quite a bit of detail, and I was really surprised by how much they put in here. It's really, really nice. The ring around the eye section is rubberized, as is the nose piece, which is attached to it. Looks like you can screw that out if you want to. Unfortunately, my camera crapped out during this part, and it's been some time since I recorded that first half of this video, but we're going to pick up right where we left off. Like I said, the detail in here is pretty good. You could unscrew the eyepiece if you rubberized the eyepiece around here if you wanted, and pop out the lenses, it looks like. So you can change it to more of a reddish smoked lenses that you see in A New Hope. It's got a good pad up here. It's really nice. Other than that, there's no padding inside, but the level of detail is really quite good. There's this little section here, which I can't remember if I mentioned in the first half, that you could take out, help you breathe better. Unfortunately, you'll be able to see your face once you do that really, really well. This actually does a fairly decent job of hiding the face, but it would allow you to probably get some sort of metal piece to shove in there and make it more authentic if you so choose to do. There are a few things here that do concern me for the future. These little black pegs here that help go into the faceplate, the bottom part, with the neck ring and everything. I worry about them snapping, just because they are, you know, plastic and everything. This has really tight seal when you seal it together. That worries me. But other than that, it's not too bad. Got a good amount of adjustability here. It fits a lot better than the Stormtrooper helmet did, and the Kylo Ren, that's for sure. But there's still some areas where I kind of worry about. Something else that I've really noticed over the past little bit, there is a gap in the front here. And I always wondered why I never fogged up so bad in this one as I did like the Stormtrooper or the Kylo Ren. That's because there's a gap in the front here, which is really hard to get on camera. I don't know if I can. But it's right in front of the lens here. There's a huge gap. It helps you breathe and not fog up, but it is noticeable, and it does ruin some screen authenticity there if you're looking for a solid collecting piece. Laying that to the side, if you look at the bottom ring here, this has some really nice details too. Got some actual movable wires and rubber bits. These are his breathing and feeding tubes. There's a little metal latch in there that one of the pegs slides into, so it lets it know what sounds it should make. Should it make the full Vader breathing sounds, or should it do the sick and dying breathing? The sick and dying Vader breathing sounds. Again, the speaker's right here, so it's pretty loud, pretty good quality. And you just got some really, really nice detail. I'm really, really impressed with it. Snapping these things on and off can be a pain, especially putting it on by yourself. Here is the interior section here with the battery compartment. Again, this is the button to activate the breathing sounds. And the power switch is, I can't remember for sure. You know, I don't think it's got an actual power switch. I think it's just automatically on all the time. Another thing to note with this plastic is, because it's still kind of a soft plastic, I got a good scratch here. My daughter probably grabbed it without me knowing it one time. So do be careful with it. But for a good con appearance, I guess if you didn't want to take out your full, really nice, expensive fiberglass Vader, I think this would be a great, great option. You're probably going to need help putting it on. Like I said, these little clasps can be a bit of a pain to try to get on. And then lining up the faceplate can be a challenge too. So when you put it back together, get that good, solid, loud thunk, and now we'll be back to your normal loud Vader breathing sounds. Something else is there's an actual extra bit of a breathing hole right here underneath that nose piece as well. Overall, I have to say, the gripes are minuscule for this helmet. They really are. And for a very budget collector piece, I think it is a fantastic looking thing. It looks nice to display. So, if you're kind of on the fence about it, I say it's definitely worth it. I definitely recommend picking it up. Just realize its limitations and its flaws. This is not true to what you see in the movie. This is not 100%. This is a very stylized, general collector fan piece. And for the amount of money that you're spending, I think you're getting a really nice, decent piece. You look at it and, oh, that's Darth Vader. It's very easily recognizable. If you wanted to go up and get something more movie accurate, nicer, but doesn't have all the extra details with the reveal and maybe the sound effects, probably the next step up would be the EFX PCR. That is based off their really nice Legend fiberglass A New Hope Vader. It's got much more accurate dimensions, everything, and it's still plastic, so you're not spending a fortune. I think it goes for about $300 or $400. It's still got its flaws too, but they're a lot more minuscule, I think, than this one, where this is more of a just a general idealized, this is what we think Vader should look like, and for general collecting purpose. That one's more true to how Vader actually looks in A New Hope. Again, it's just a very basic plastic helmet. It didn't have the extra bells and whistles or the reveal or anything, but it's a little bit more accurate screen-wise. Then there's much more expensive options from there. There's a Novos. There's the really nice EFX Vader helmet that I mentioned before. There's even some old Don Posts that are pretty nice. And then, you know, if you wanted to go fan-wise, tons of fans make some really nice helmets. And various price points. Most of them $400 and up, thereabouts. Sometimes even just for kits, and you have to finish it yourself. But there are a lot of options up there. Oh, another one I'm forgetting is the really nice Master Replicas Revenge of the Sith, long sold out. That one's probably $1 grand or $2 at this point, just because it was a signed editions and everything. But there are a lot of options out there if you want a really, really nice Darth Vader helmet. For me, budget collecting wise, this is all I've ever wanted since I was 7 or 6 when I first saw Star Wars A New Hope. So this is perfect for me. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully it will convince you whether to pick it up or not. So let me know what you think in the comments. Is this something that you like, or you prefer more screen accurate? Let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.